This is the Steam Deck OLED, and this is the new Nintendo Switch 2. And in today's video, let's focus on why the Steam Deck OLED is better than the Nintendo Switch 2. So the first thing is something you're gonna see with your own eyes. It is the ergonomics of the two devices, where this has incredibly good ergonomics for a handheld device, where the Nintendo Switch 2, while it's a great handheld, it is not ergonomic one. Just the way it's built, like a slab design, is just not ergonomic. Or if we compare it to this, with its nice grips and overall build quality, this is an incredible device in terms of ergonomics. Even the placement of the sticks, which are a little bit higher, is perfect for when you're using it handheld. This is naturally where your hands fall into place when playing on a handheld. This is just the way they're built. We don't have the grips as with a normal traditional controllers, so our hands tend to go a little bit higher. Because of that, the sticks are in a great place, right where your fingers land. And not only that, even the buttons are a little bit higher, so they're both in the place where your hands naturally fall into place. And the trackpads are incredible. Also, if you see, there's a nice profile for the palm of your hand, so it really nicely goes in. And the back is the most important part, because here you can see there is actually a grip for you to hold. It's really nicely ergonomically made that you just naturally falls into place. I feel like, in my opinion, nothing even comes close to how good the Steam Deck is in terms of ergonomics. Just holding it like this just feels like it's made for a hand. Someone designed it specifically for a human hand, and because of that, the ergonomics are just out of this world. Second is the Steam library, or the library of games that you have at your disposal. Because it's a PC in the body of a console, because of that, we have a whole backlog of games from all the PC games that you can find on the Steam store. Essentially, because of that, we have such a nice backlog and overall catalog of games that there is no kind of a set generation that, can I play this? Can I not play this? Is this available on my device? Because it's a PC, and it has the Steam OS and the Steam Store, any game that you have on the Steam Store is automatically in your library. So if it's a game that just came out, like Assassin's Creed Shadows, or a game that has a couple of years at this point, like Witcher 3 for example, and then if you have something like Batman Arkham Trilogy, or something even older, or in my case, I actually played Dust and Elysian Tale, a game I remember back from the day on the Xbox 360, meaning that we have the whole catalog of games, and because usually PC games are not as locked as they are on consoles, that means I can play Dust in its highest quality settings at 90 frames per second on the Steam Deck OLED, meaning that just the catalog of the games is amazing. And speaking of games, if you want to save some money on your games for this Steam Deck OLED, check out Instant Gaming. I actually found many great deals like the Batman Arkham Trilogy for just a couple of dollars. I literally got games for it for $1, and there's many cool sales on it. Thanks to this, you can find great deals for the Steam Deck and the Nintendo Switch 2. This is where I got mine online subscription, and it is a great place to do so to save a little bit of money. Also, you can get the upgrade packs and games from them. Also, together with Instant Gaming, we're doing a giveaway where one of you can win a game of your choice. If you're interested in this month's giveaway, check out the link down below. But why it's better than the Nintendo Switch 2? Essentially, the Nintendo Switch 2, while it has a bigger library thanks to its backwards compatibility with Nintendo Switch 1, it is much more of a locked system. And the worst part about it is a lot of the games are actually much more expensive on the Nintendo Switch 2 as opposed to the Steam Deck OLED. As people call it, the Nintendo tax. Essentially, the games are usually a little bit more expensive, or the remakes or remaster games are a full price games where you can get the same game on the Steam Deck OLED at a much reduced price. So in that regard, the Steam Deck OLED is much better. Another feature that I love about the Steam Deck OLED is the screen itself. This is an OLED panel, a very beautiful OLED panel that, while it is a 900p display, because it's an OLED display, it is just beautiful to look at. It's really sharp because it's a handheld, so the 900p still looks sharp at this size, but the OLED colors are just incredible. Such a joy to use. You know, if you're playing games with a lot of dark places in them, or just a lot of blacks in them, then this screen really pushes that color and is really beautiful. Where the Nintendo Switch 2 has an IPS panel. It's a nice IPS panel, but as you can see, the blacks are never gonna be as nice as on the Steam Deck OLED. And in that regard, even though the screen is lower resolution and less capable in terms of frame rates, it is an OLED, it looks beautiful, and it's just a joy to use and look at. Another thing is the trackpads on the front. The two trackpads that we have on the front, for the games that really can use a mouse-like feature, or just overall for usage, this is an incredible thing. I really love that they have this feature, and it's something that I just love for even everyday use or scrolling. If you wanted to get into the desktop mode, it is incredible that they have it. And I feel like, well, sometimes you don't really use them and don't just use them in a game, but then you have a game that actually has a use case for them or are doing something that really can use that, and they feel so good in hand. Like, I really love that they have the trackpads, something that the Nintendo Switch 2 doesn't. It does have a touchscreen just like the Steam Deck OLED, but in my opinion, the trackpads are a nice feature that the Nintendo Switch 2 doesn't have, and overall just the usability of this is just so good. It is something that maybe you don't use every day and maybe not use in all games, but when you do, it is a really cool feature to have. And last but not least, I loved it on the Steam Deck OLED, there is no online paywall. When we play on the Nintendo Switch 2, for example, if you want to play Mario Kart World online, you have to buy the Nintendo Switch Online subscription. So it adds another extra cost on top of the console and the game, where the nature of PC gaming with its free online means that basically if you have the Steam Deck OLED and you have a game that can be played online, there is no subscription required. There's no paywall to get playing online. And same thing can be said about something that is between this argument and the store argument about these two devices, is the cloud saves. For example, on the Steam Deck, the cloud saves are pretty much free. They're inside the store, you don't really think about it, it's just there. When you save something, it's there. If you play it on a different device, it's already loaded. Or on the Nintendo Switch 2, you have to have the online subscription. If you don't have it, like we did lose a lot of progress that we had on the Nintendo Switch that we had originally. So now some games are pretty much without a save, we had to start over, where this is just free and has it all at all times. In my opinion, both of these handhelds are great, but I just feel like there's things that does the Steam Deck does so much better than the Nintendo Switch 2. If there's anything I left out and you feel that is much better on the Steam Deck OLED, please let me know in the comment section down below. I would really love to see what you guys think about the two devices, what Nintendo Switch 2 is missing when compared to the Steam Deck OLED. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video once again, and I'll see you next time.